Alrighty, I think it's working. Um, Hello. I just want to make these videos. I'm gonna start making these videos because I don't know. Every day I find myself talking to less and less people, having less and less interactions. Um, and I'm just like talking a lot less, in a way. And I feel like that's not good. I love to talk. I love to chit chat. I love to share opinions, and I feel like I'm just not doing it um, as much anymore. So I'm doing this to provide kind of an outlet for myself. Um, Probably just post them on YouTube, really low quality, really shitty, 30 minutes max, just to give myself like something to do, something to focus on, trying to get myself a distraction, just give myself something like to do on a regular basis, try to build a schedule for myself, because I feel like I'm all over the place. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to try to have like a theme to this, or not a theme, like a, just a, cyclical type of thing that I keep going, keep doing. So I'm gonna try to do that. I think what I want to do is start every one I do with like a question, get myself going, and then I'll bounce into something different, just so all my opinions are in one spot. So I have one of these like 250 deep conversation topic questions. I mean, there's like deep, like what color best describes your personality. That's deep. Man, get the fuck out of here. So we're just gonna randomly this a little too deep. Um, oh my God, so um, a little too deep, man. Maybe I'll take it back to the color ones. These are so shitty. Fuck is this like? Okay, hold on. Switching it up. These are awful. This is awful. Let's do 50 topics. Something good. Something good. Um, Here. Well, all right, this is a different one. What's your no? It's okay. Let's do what was your first car? Yeah, that's fun, right? What was your first car? Is there anything more nostalgic than a person's first car? Whether it's laughingly embarrassing or impossibly cool, they're all almost certainly want to share a story about their first set of wheels. That is so true. Um, so my first car, which is the car I currently have, is a real cool one. It is my cousin's 2004 Toyota Corolla that she was going to give to me for free. But my mom's like, oh, let's, pay $50. Also, so there's, something on the bill of sale, obviously. So it's not like so it doesn't look like I stole it or anything. Um, Shit's fucking mint. It's, oh my God, it's the coolest thing I've ever driven. Um, I hate that fucking car, but I also love it so much. Um, I mean, for 50 bucks, I mean, it's done me wonders, it's an A to B car. It's not really meant to do anything anything special. I mean, hey, don't get me wrong, it purrs, it's something cool, something quick. But it's just like, I don't know, I've been like so frustrated with it, but also like, I mean, it still works, still drives, gets me to work, gets me to school, gets me home. So, you know, what more do you really need? Am I gonna win any races? No. Am I gonna be able to drive cross country with it? No. I mean, maybe it's a Toyota, but no, absolutely not. Not even close. I'm not even gonna try. I'm too nervous about it breaking down on me, and then I got to be in the whole situation where I like call AAA and then shit the bed or whatever. It's just sucks. But I don't know. The car I feel like is always breaking down, and I'm always my mom helps me, but I'm always putting more money into it than I really like and getting anything out of it. But I don't know. I also love it. I feel like most people like their first car in some way, even if it is kind of shitty, you know. But it's so depressing. And this is one thing I was talking to my mom about that I actually feel like is an interesting topic for me to look back on and think about, right? Um, is I have this issue. I mean, a lot of people have this issue. That's why it's like a very common thing of what is it, keeping up with the Joneses, right? Is that the phrase? That's the common phrase, right? Yes, yeah, yeah, I'm right. Yeah. Because it's an idiom, right? Yeah, it's just okay. Yeah, keeping up with the Joneses, right? I have this issue where I don't really care about keeping up with the Joneses, right? That's not anything I care about. But it's where like you see people my age who like whether they earned it or not, which a lot of the times you didn't because you're too young to have the experience that it would take to get into a job like that. Unless you're doing some like bullshit type of like crypto niche, your niche little fucking bullshit thing you're doing that like you made a lot of money off of or whatever. Like, doing shit like that obviously can um can make you money, but like oh, it's so dark. What happened? Mm, the fuck? Okay. Like doing shit like that can obviously like, make you money and you be successful, whatever. It doesn't matter. But I'm talking about people like my age, right? People my age, going to college, doing the same shit I am. Maybe they work more than I do. They work every weekend, they work like during the week. Like, maybe they're doing more things than I am, which I can't discredit them for it. But then like they're out here driving like brand new fucking cars, bro. They're driving like brand new BMWs, brand new Audis or whatever. I'm like, dog, like, bro, how the fuck do you afford this shit, man? And it's like it's really depressing. It's not that I feel like I should be at their level because obviously like, there's no like, I wasn't super rich growing up. I wasn't, my mom drives not that much better of a car than I do. So it's not like my mom's driving some Porsche and I'm driving some beater. We're both I mean, sure, this isn't a beater, but like, her car's like a 2013, so her car's 10 years old, my car's 20 years old, so it's not like it's like anything crazy, you know. But I see these people and I'm like, bro, like, do you feel like you deserve that? Like, ask yourself, full honest, like, do you feel like you deserve this? You deserve this car? And I feel like absolutely not. Like, there's no way they feel like they deserve it. If they do, it's like why? How? I just don't like when people are like cocky about it. Like if you're very honest, it's like, hey, you know, my dad bought me this car. My dad bought me this car, whatever. My mom bought me this car, and I'm very thankful for it. That's fine. But the thing is that I keep trying to get in my head, which I have in my head, but it's really frustrating because like I'll see these super expensive cars, and I'm like, well, how the fuck you don't deserve this shit, man? Like in what way? Like in what way you deserve this? What have you done where you deserve to drive a better car than like like 2/3 of the fucking country, man? You have people who like can't even afford a car just to have it, even if it doesn't like even if it's broken down and shitty and whatever. They don't even have a car just to get to A to B, get to work, man. Like, oh, and that's just depressing. I mean, obviously, like ideally, no one really needs a car. There's enough like public transportation where like you could take the bus or the subway, whatever, whatever. But that's beside the point. But like in this current where it's very car dependent, people don't have a car even to depend on. So it's so depressing. And then I can get into whatever. I don't want to get off topic, but it's like the one thing I've gotten in my head that I've really tried really hard to keep in my head is that that's their own world. That's their own little bubble they exist in. I'm not. That's their world. That's not my world. So in terms of my world, my car's good. A to B, I'm good to go. You know, I can afford gas. I can afford where I'm going. It fits people. It fits another person in my car. I can play music. I got AC. Like I got shit that works. So in my bubble, my little world, I'm good. I'm good. If in their bubble, they're doing good. My bubble, I'm doing all right. So I feel like I'm really trying to not isolate myself from others, but keep myself within the realm. With my own individual realm, because it's like I feel like if you're so often trying to think about other people's stuff, how other people are doing, obviously it's gonna take a toll on yourself. And you just become really a jealous person, which is one thing I'm really trying not to do is become a jealous person because I feel like I have that innate characteristic that makes me like that. Um, not in a uh, not in a relationship way, in a like purely materialistic type of way. Where I just get it's like it's been like why do you deserve that? Like, do you deserve that? And I feel like that's a difficult like thing to put on someone asking if they deserve the things they have. But it's like I don't know, I can't help myself but like think that. I can't help myself but like question that. Um and it's been hard for me to break that because like I said, I've been seeing like I see people, with social media and everything, like you're always on it, you're always looking at what other people are doing. And I really like I've tried to do everything I can just to take myself out of it. Or even if I am looking at it, I'm surrounded by it, thinking about things like that, keeping it in my head where it's like, that's their bubble. That's not mine. That's their world, not my world. So trying to keep everything in perspective, which fucking hate doing. I'd rather just be a little bitchy fucking boy. Like I'd rather just be a little complaining, little asshole. Like that's so much easier to do. Is just be a little baby about everything. Like I love complaining. I love just being like, wow. It'd be so much easier just to like allow myself to fall into that. And then I'd probably get more depressed than I am, but like, it'd be so easy just to be able to do that, I wouldn't have to think about it. It would just be locked in like that. So, but you know, we're being healthy out here. We're being really healthy with our brains. Um, being really mentally healthy is the plan for 2024 going forward is not being jealous, not even thinking about it, being in my own little world. Um, and seeing how long I last. Place your bets. Um, so that's kind of it that I have to say about that. My car's sick. Coolest car ever. Good to go. Um, Keeping up with the Joneses is also like such a interesting thing to think about too, because like not to harp back on this, but it's interesting to think about in the way that like people are so obsessed with their image. It's like, and I feel like that's like an obvious thing. Like that's why obviously it's been around for so long. Like that phrase, that concept of people being competitive about one another's stature. But it's like just I never understood what it stemmed from. Because I understand it does stem from like the capitalistic notion of like, you're not working hard enough, you're not providing well enough or whatever. But it's like, all right, Jim got a new microwave, top of the line. Oh, I gotta get mine. I gotta get my top of the line microwave or some shit. It's like, or oh, this guy's got the new coolest shoes. gotta, I gotta get my. Obviously, my shoes are not good enough. That's like never really ever. I never ever felt that in regards to things like that. Like more like certain materialistic things. Like I never felt like I needed to up my own game. I always felt jealous about like where people were at, but I never understood the feeling of like, damn, this person's that at that level. I gotta get there. I gotta be like that. I gotta be him. I gotta dress like that. I gotta do this shit. Like I definitely you take inspiration from other people, right? And you develop your own thing over time. But I've never seen someone wear these shoes and I'm like, damn, if I don't get those shoes right now, I'm literally like, I have no style, no drip. I mean, like things like that, it's like I see things I like, and then if someone else has them, I'm like, damn, I like that. But it's purely out of like my own personal enjoyment out of it. And that I don't think I've maybe once or twice in high school when it comes to like skating or whatever, because I fucking suck, but I'm always wanted to be like my friends were always skaters. And I really wanted to be friends with them and like be better friends with them, obviously, and like hang out with them. But I was just never good enough to really do anything with them. And it's just like, yeah, whatever. But I whatever. I know how to skate. I still enjoy it, but like never been really top line. So maybe then. But in terms of now, I like maybe I'm not outside enough. Or I'm seeing people like that all the time. But like, I go to a college campus, like I'm constantly seeing people who are like dressing up a little bit, doing interesting things, having their own shit. And I don't think there's been a single time this year where I've seen someone and I go, damn, I must have that right now. Um, or like, yeah, like I got to step my game up. I'm seeing people come into play. Like I've never been there. Maybe it's because I myself do tend to dress outside of the norm when it comes to like, people going to class or whatever. I definitely do a little bit. I definitely do a little much sometimes. But I don't know. I feel like even then, I've days where I dress pretty classic, pretty basic, and I don't know. The thing is, I'm not even that like comfortable in myself. Like I'm a pretty insecure person, but I just get to the point where it's like, that's what I want to wear. So, but yeah, but I think it's interesting to think about. Like, I don't know. But I'm not really concerned with like expensive things. Like I never liked that stuff. Like the cars I like that I plan to get eventually, inshallah, um, are old like classic cars. Like they're all old shit that I want to put work in and make my like cool myself. Um, so I don't know. It's just interesting to think about. Like that phrase has always been something that's been like one of my favorite things to think about because I don't really get it. I just don't understand it. Like I've tried to think about like the psychology of it, and I've watched a few like YouTube videos and stuff talked about it as well, but I've just never. It just doesn't click in my head like that obsession. Like, yeah, it's just an interesting thing to think about. I don't know. All right. Now I want to change topics. I want to think about something real quick. So, like, I think I got like 10 more minutes, maybe a little bit longer. Who cares? Who gives a fuck? Let's look at this for me. Um, we'll talk about Halloween because I've had so many fucking problems this year. Like thinking about Halloween, I'm not even gonna do anything for Halloween this year. I'm not doing a single thing. No, I got no girlfriend. I got one friend. He doesn't do shit for Halloween. I'm not doing shit unless my coworkers for some reason like really, really hype me up or whatever. I'm not doing that shit. Like, fuck out of here. Like, I got no plans. I got no parties. I got nothing I'm going to. I might, I don't know, maybe my roommate and I will do a little fun thing for our Halloween within itself. Like, just us. Maybe that'll be better. Watch a little Halloween movie. Um, do a little, the Monster Mash. Do that mash? I'll do that. That might be, yeah. Okay. But I was thinking about a costume, right? Because, like, my all my costumes have been last minute costumes. There's been one maybe that I bought from like Spirit or whatever, but not a single one where I've actually like really really put effort into it because I've come to the realization I got nothing. Like I could do something pretty basic. Like 2 years ago I was a plumber. Like come on, like it literally just because I owned brown coveralls and we had an extra plunger in my dorm room. That was the whole fucking costume. Like that shit sucked, you know. And funny story about that, but I'll get back to that later. But like I just have such a bad experience with Halloween. Well, what was I last year? I don't think I was anything. My girlfriend at the time, she had a really cool costume, but I'm pretty sure like, yeah, I was fucking sick. I was literally sick during Halloween, so I didn't do shit. I didn't dress up as anything. I didn't even think about it. Which like that shit kind of depresses me in a way because like I think like growing up, I definitely had a little bit more fun with it because my mom definitely helped me, and I would walk around my neighborhood, do trick or treating, whatever. But like the moment I hit like 13, I'd say there was like 4 or 5 years in a row where I did not do a single thing for Halloween because it was, that's such a weird transitionary period of like late elementary school to like early high school range. Maybe it's just because I wasn't popular and didn't have a lot of friends who were like throwing parties or whatever. But I didn't do shit. I didn't have shit planned. There was no reason for me to get a costume. And it's in that stage where like when you're a kid, you dress up because you're a kid and you want to go trick or treating, whatever. And then when you're older, you want to dress up for parties and social media and a little bit for yourself. But like, come on, it's all a lot of it's for other people. Um, but like so like there was a good period where I didn't dress up at all. I didn't even really think about it. And then even in high school, like I dressed up like a couple years, did some bullshit kind of costumes. I was a nun 1 year, or a priest, I guess. I was the priest. Girlfriend at the time was a nun. Then it was COVID. Obviously, didn't do anything during then. And then my senior year, COVID, didn't do anything. Or sorry, senior year of COVID. And then freshman year of college, plumber. Yeah, so I like, and I have no ideas. I don't know what it is. Like I find myself like I can do you can do something kind of basic, right? Like a plumber, like anything like that. Like I have things to do that, right? That's not really like a worry. Um, but like I don't know, I feel like that's kind of and it is kind of basic. And I feel like I do also lack staple pieces for costumes like that. Like I have certain things that I think I could do if called upon, But like generally speaking, I lack like I lack like staple pieces to do anything like unique things. I do have overalls, so I could always do classic hick type redneck white trash kind of costume. That's a definite go-to. Um, or I have the one that I think I would do if called upon is dress up as George Costanza from Seinfeld. Because I have a Yankees jacket, and he worked for the Yankees, so do a little suit or a little dress shirt, tie, Yankees jacket. I'm gonna put a piece of tape or whatever that says Costanza on the back. That's the whole costume. But the thing is, I'm not fucking bald yet. Yet. Not bald yet. I will be though. Eventually bald. But also my hair's blonde. So he has hair in the exact opposite spots that I have hair right now. Like I have no hair here. He only has hair there. So like up top, neck up, I look nothing fucking like it. So it's like it wouldn't work. And I'm looking at other costumes. I literally just looked up like blonde characters. And fucking nothing. Like nothing. There's actually like what's like the most basic one? Like Fred. Fred from fucking Scooby Doo. I can't pull off an ascot. My fucking neck's too fat. And then what? Like The Incredibles. Like that's all trash. I can't do any of those. I don't have long hair. I have short hair. So any long hair type character can't do. I'm not buying a fucking wig. I'm thinking basic. I'm trying to do real basic stuff. One thing that I always got compared to as a kid, which I think I also could do, I'd have to get some clothes because I don't have the clothes for it, is the Meet the Robinsons kid, which I was relentlessly bullied as a child. Maybe. Maybe I could do that. But also like, again, back to the old thing where it's like these costumes are for other people, not for yourself. But even then, like I don't want to dress like a fucking idiot. I'm again, that's the I'm too insecure to rock like a costume like that makes me look like a total idiot. Um, but maybe if I bulk up a little in terms of just getting really fat, I can be Owen from Total Drama Island. Yeah, dude, let's do that. Let's do that, man. Let's just put on. I would need to put on like 50 pounds of fat. Maybe a little more. But I think I could pull it off. I just have to speed eat for the time being, which again is definitely a possible thing to do. Um, I don't know, like I always feel like I have like the worst experiences with Halloween. Like I just never really have anything fun to do. Because like like growing up, we'd go trick-or-treating around the neighborhood. My mom hated Halloween. Like she didn't do anything. I don't think she's never dressed up. She would like do it for fun for me as a kid and then like pass candy out. But now she literally just turns the lights off. She doesn't do anything. She just doesn't like it. It's just not her thing, which I get. No, it's not everyone's thing. Um, and then like people in my cul-de-sac when they had kids who were growing up would do like a little what was called like whatever like cul-de-sac like little get-togethers, little party things, and they would shoot like pull a projector up, shoot a movie. People like from all around the neighborhoods would come through, and those were cool. Again, as a kid, but then I got older. I started having other things to do, and I don't know. I never wanted to do anything about it. I just always got really bored by it. And then in high school, never really went to any parties or whatever. Which is I'm not bitter about it, but Yeah, I just never really did any of those. So it just never really came up as having like a costume to do things like that, which is fine. I did do one sophomore year. Yeah, sophomore year in a costume. I was an astronaut. It was really shitty. Um, but that was cool. But then, so freshman year, that was the first time I really like, I think I really did like something kind of a little bit bigger, is I made the attempt to throw a, I mean, it was not that big. It was like 12 people. But I was in a dorm room. I was in a one-person dorm room, and it was quite literally, actually about the same size as my current room, but like a tiny little room with 12 people in it, getting a little drunk, drinking little bit. I was getting fucked up. I got real fucked up. So a lot of my friends all got real fucked up. Um, a lot of them didn't even go to the school I went to. Like only two people there were going. No, actually, only one person was going to the school I was going to. Um, but yeah, whatever. We were drinking, getting fucked up, getting fucked up, and then as soon because the quiet hours, right? Because there's a freshman dorm, so if they're all like right next to each other, the quiet hours, 1 o'clock on the dot, 1 a.m. on the dot, and I was ready for that. I knew that. I was prepared to turn it off around 1 o'clock, but I'm getting a little drunk, getting a little loopy, not really paying attention, which is on me. And I was mixing alcohol too, a little bit of light, a little bit of dark. Not a good combo. Um, and it hits 101. And I'm playing music off of my like TV, whatever. It doesn't matter. I'm playing music up there. And it's a little bit loud. But not like loud where you hear to the end of the hall, loud where you hear like you're my next door neighbor. And then I get a knock at 101 on the dot on my door. And my fucking dumbass. We shut the music off. I goes, oh, put the drinks away. My fucking dumbass is holding a bottle of Smirnoff Ice in my fucking hand. And I open the door and go, what's up? Like, what's the problem? Oh, you shut up. Oh, such a dumbass, man. And then, like, because then the rule is that like, they have to come in, that like the RA has to come in or whatever. Like a little, all it was originally was just a noise complaint. All that would have happened is like, turn the music off, or turn the music off, lower the volume, that's it. Good to go. But I'm like fucking dumbass, open the door. Oh, hey guys, like, and then to come in, I have to pour all the alcohol out, and then I have to carry all the bottles, every single bottle they could see. I have to go downstairs with them. It's my RA and then like one other person. I have to go all the way down the stairs and throw these fucking bottles out. And I'm barefoot. I'm literally barefoot. Or I'm wearing socks. I took my shoes off. I'm wearing socks. All right. I'm not, I'm classy. I'm wearing socks that make me go all the way downstairs, throw these bottles away, go back up. And I'm pretty drunk, man. So I'm like talking to my RA, who I really liked. He was actually really nice. It was the other person I didn't like at all. I'm talking to my RA. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, man. I'm really fucked up. I messed up. Um, and it was just so awkward. And then the worst thing that happened, and this was on Halloween. This was on Halloween. So like, I'm in my plumber's outfit, and everyone else there is like all dressed up and stuff. So it looks just really stupid. And then I come back, we're chatting, we're hanging out for a little bit more. Everyone's like, "Oh, sorry that happened to you," um, and whatever. And then like, luckily that we had one more bottle. It wasn't what the night wasn't ruined. But then everyone leaves. We say goodbye. I think like one of my friends, she stayed, and then I fucking throw up. Oh, come on, man. I'm puking. I'm puking everywhere. I mean, in the toilet. I'm classy about it. But I'm puking so many times. I'm dying over there. And then I black out for a little bit. There's some videos that she took of me that are really mean. But I'm fucked up, bro. And it sucks. I wake up, my room is a mess. My keyboard is all sticky because we spilled alcohol and I didn't realize. Fuck, man. This was not a good time. And I was in a really bad mood the next day. Just overall, not good. So definitely don't want any repeats of that. Um, like I said, I don't remember what I did last year. And then this year, no plans, or if there are plans, not at my place. Fuck out of here. Or if anything, it's like one person, two people max. I'm not doing this shit. I just like I'm a terrible host, so I don't know ever try to host. I have no friends, so I don't even try to host anyways. But it's like it stresses me out. And there's too much, there's too many liabilities, you know? So I don't think I'm gonna do anything. If I do, I'll obviously update it to this. Um, but yeah, fuck out of here. Never doing that shit, man. That shit sucks. So, but like that's what I'm saying. Like Halloween has always had a bad little taste in my mouth, because it's just so stressful too. Everyone wants their costume to look good. You're so focused on that, but then also like you got to make plans and stuff like that. It's just like I should cut out everything. Not have to think about it whatsoever. You know. So, I think I'm gonna do that unless something comes up. Then, like I said, scramble costume, George Costanza, good to go. So I think I'll be all right. I think that's about time for this actually. Um, all right, I'll wrap this up. I'm gonna try to keep these for myself around 30 minutes. Just because I don't know, I just like I don't want to do anything long. It's not a podcast. Whatever, not doing a fucking podcast. That's why this equipment is going to stay like this. It's going to stay as cheap and as shitty as possible. The listening experience will quite literally be so bad that nobody's going to listen to them. But I'm going to post them on YouTube because I just want to have like a place to post them, a place to post something. So I'm going to post them. They're probably not going to be edited either. It's going to be straight cut. And it's just for myself to look back at. I'm going to date them. So I'm going to do, I don't even have a name for them. Yeah, I'm just going to rip from my poster. Bitter Campari. It's going to be called Bitter Campari. It's a wine. Um, and then I'm going to do the date. That's it. That's the whole thing. Um, it's just myself. So when I'm like a billion years old, if I live to see the day, I'll have someone to come back to. Or also, not to get too dark about it, not to be too awkward. Um, but if I do something, not good, regrettable, one could say, um, I just want to have something that like, my mom could look back at, people could look back at. So that's the purpose of this. This is episode one. It is October 23rd. It'll be posted as of hopefully today. I don't know. I'm gonna do it right now. So I'm gonna edit it right now. Shit. So that's that. Thank you so much to myself. Because again, nobody's watching this. Please don't watch it ever. um, that's that. Yeah, so bitter Campari, right? Let me write that shit down. I'm gonna forget it for sure. Yeah. Oops. Bitter. This guy can't spell, man. All right, here we go. Bitter Campari. That's that. End of it. All right. Stop recording.